What if one chemical could save crops, but also spark lawsuits, environmental concerns, and ethical debates? Welcome to the world of dicamba, a herbicide that's both praised and protested in modern farming.
Dicamba is a selective herbicide used to kill broadleaf weeds. It's been around since the 1960s, but it became a major player in agriculture when genetically modified or GM crops, specifically dicamba-resistant soybeans and cotton, hit the market in the 2010s. Farmers spray dicamba on their fields to eliminate weeds without harming their modified crops. Sounds like a win-win, right?
Here's the catch. Dicamba has a nasty habit of drifting. Even when applied carefully, it can evaporate, travel through the air, and settle on nearby fields, especially those without dicamba-resistant crops. This drift can damage neighboring farms, wild plants, and even residential gardens. Thousands of complaints have poured in from farmers whose non-GMO crops were harmed.
This leads us to the ethical dilemma. Is it right to use a product that benefits some farmers while potentially harming others?
So the dicamba question's a good one. It was really great for weed control. It was a new generation of weed chemistry that we were going to have. One of the challenges is that the dicamba tolerant soybean seeds are available in the market, and we sometimes feel pressured as growers to buy those just to protect ourselves in case there's illicit spraying of dicamba in our area, so that we don't have soybeans dying from the drift. So that's a bit of a market disadvantage for us if we have to buy the trait for those reasons.
Some argue it's unfair. Farmers who don't use dicamba feel pressured to buy resistant seeds to protect their crops. This shifts power toward biotech giants like Monsanto, now Bayer, raising concerns about monopolies in agriculture. There are also environmental questions. Dicamba doesn't just harm weeds, it can disrupt local ecosystems, affecting wildlife and biodiversity.
Dicamba can have harmful effects on wildlife far beyond its intended target. When dicamba drifts onto plants, it poisons animals that rely on them for food and shelter, causing sickness or death. Pollinators like bees and butterflies lose crucial plants, while aquatic life in contaminated water can suffer the same fate, disrupting entire ecosystems.
We asked a local agronomist what their opinion was on the matter and how they thought dicamba really affected farmers and their line of work in general.
Dicamba has definitely created challenges in my work, especially when it comes to off-target movement. As an agronomist, I've seen damage to non-dicamba tolerant crops with symptoms like cupping and stunting. This has led to a lot of frustration for farmers, not to mention the added complexity in weed management control. It's made it harder in some cases, and it's been a costly setback for entire seasons.
Governments have taken notice. The EPA has placed restrictions on dicamba use, like specific application times and buffer zones, but enforcement varies, and many say it's not enough.
In Missouri, the EPA's restrictions on dicamba use, including designated application times and buffer zones, have been enacted, but enforcement of these measures has been inconsistent. As a result, numerous lawsuits have been filed, resulting in millions of dollars in damages for affected farmers. Several states, including Missouri, have implemented seasonal bans on dicamba to address the ongoing concerns. Despite these efforts, the legal environment remains complex, as farmers continue to seek stronger protections against the harmful effects of dicamba use.
Lawsuits have resulted in millions in damages awarded to affected farmers, and some states have even banned dicamba during certain seasons.
As we face growing food demands and climate changes, tools like dicamba raise tough questions. How do we balance productivity, fairness, and sustainability? Can we farm ethically in a competitive world? Dicamba may be just one herbicide, but its story reflects the bigger picture about who controls our food and at what cost. What do you think? Should dicamba be banned, regulated more strictly, or embraced?